Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having an incredible day or night in Jesus. This is an original Charles Spurgeon hand-corrected sermon notes from Psalm 119 and 20. My soul breaketh for the longing it has to your word at all times. From a message he preached at the Metropolitan Tabernacle pulpit, February 27th, 1881. So we're going to be looking at some ancient literature today. 1881 doesn't qualify as ancient, but it is at the time. This is handwritten. Now, Sister Waldron's telling me these aren't coming out good, so some of it will just be us talking, but I'll try to show you the best I can. Some of these too are terribly marked, so we might just have to do some guesstimations on some of the things we're going to look at today. So this is from the Bible Museum. Let's see what this is. It's several pages of something. This is the 1595 Luther New Testament. So this is, it's a few pages from an original 1595 with some notes. Now, of course, he did it in 1521, wasn't it? The famous October New Testament. But anytime you can get some pages from the 1500s of a Luther Bible, I think it's well worth it, even though I don't read German. I've got a replica of his maybe it's even 1517 October New Testament, but when we first started the channel, I think I did a review of that. That's pretty cool. And so I just get these for historical things. Now, some of you might say, why do you just have pages? How could somebody tear a Bible apart? What happens a lot of times, the Bibles have been mouse-eaten, water damaged, any number of things over the course of obviously hundreds of years. And so they'll just take some of the nicer pages and let common people like us be able to preserve it for posterity. So that's good. And Craig Lamp has done an amazing job with the Bible and for the Bible. So let's see what we got down here. Those all go with this. This all goes with the Luther New Testament. Now let's see what we have here. This is going to be sermons on several occasions by John Wesley. And I actually think that, let's see here. I think this actually goes with the How to Raise Children, John Wesley down here that we did last video. So let's see what we've got here. They're terribly marked. God willing, at some point, I'm going to have these out at a library under glass or something. Now, this is Thomas Matthew, the 1549 reprinting by John Rogers. Now, this is about 4 years before John Rogers was burned at the stake. All right? And let me just read this to you. This is a leaf from the earliest available printing of Tyndale's Bible. William Tyndale was the first person to translate the scriptures directly into English from the original biblical Hebrew and Greek. This 1549 reprinting by John Rogers, this would be during the reign of the good king, young King Edward, a.k.a. Thomas Matthew, of the 1537 edition, is extremely scarce. These folio-sized leaves, that's the bigger leaves. There's different sizes of folios, and then there's quarto, and then octavo is the smallest. Measure 12 by 7.5, and there it is. It looks like it is the book of Esther. So this is to be treasured. He was martyred for his faith. Tyndale was 13 years before that, on October 6th, 1536, and then Rogers was just 4 years later. We'll do one more. Let's see what's in here, if anything. Nothing is in here. I just use some of these sometimes, like to keep them separated. So let's do this one. Let's see what this guy is. Let's see. A sermon preached. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You won't believe what this is. And let's see if it says it on here. This is two sermons, one from 1611 and one from 1610. These were both preached Easter of 1610, 1611, from Lancelot Andrews to King James. And they're being barely held together by glue. They're just totally, and so they came from a book that was an ill shape that did this. So this is Job 19, and this is Psalm, let's see how good I am at Roman numerals, 118 and 22, I think. So God bless. Fall in love with Christian history and the Word of God most of all. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.